Good morning, YouTube. It's Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. I hope I sound a little lighter and happier. I just came back from Vegas. Few days away does wonders. Today I want to talk about the importance of accepting things as they are. This is coming from my daily word book. Acceptance keeps my mind clear and my heart light. In the past, I may have resisted certain people and situations, insisting that they should have been different than they were. Living that way gave me no peace. Now I practice acceptance. Accepting life as it is empowers me to shift my perspective and make new choices. I accept others as the spiritual beings they are. I also accept my circumstances even as I understand I have the power to change them. I accentuate my blessings and choose to learn from any confusion or difficulties. My acceptance has its roots in my faith and trust in God, knowing I am always loved just the way I am. Even so, I strive to become all I am called to be, expressing my greatest attributes and seeing value in others, in all others. And the verse says, not that I am referring to being in need, for I have learned to be content with whatever I have. And that's coming out of Philippians 4 and 11. Woohoo! Acceptance of others, accepting life. It's a tough one. We want what we want, and the people that I see that are the most frustrated are people that are trying to control others. It's the mom that's trying to control her grown son not to marry so and so. It's the mother trying to control their daughter to be this profession. Don't be that, baby. You're not going to make no money. Go be this. It's people who are not happy. They want to control that spouse. If he would just be this way, I'm ambitious. He's not. We don't match anymore. Why not accept that you have a supportive partner that truly loves you? He may not be as ambitious as you were or are. You knew that when you met him. And but he's a good person. How about that? Is that not enough? Or, the husband that wants the wife that's shaped like Halle Berry or whoever the shapely women that you admire or see, but that wasn't who you married, but now you want her to conform. That's one thing I really work on, and I hope I do well at it. I try to accept people for who they are. I have very large eyes. To me, God gave me large eyes. And I can see a lot of stuff. But I'm not ready to change or try to change my sisters to be like me. My sisters and I are like night and day. I'm the middle girl. My baby sister's way more laid back, quiet. My older sister's outgoing like me, but very different. My older sister, to me, she creates the balance of the family, not having our parents, but I feel like my parents instilled in us to stay together. And my sister creates the harmony with holidays, and she's the nurturer. That's how I would describe her. I'm the free spirit, the Virgo, that, want to do my music. I want to travel. I'm going to try this new cuisine, or I'm going to go do a kickboxing class. I'm going to just do different stuff. And that's just me, and that's what makes us family. So I accept that they are different. I don't push my agenda on them. And it really irritates me when people do that. Like they'll be like, you should, and just cut them off. You know what you should do, especially as we are now sometimes late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and on. You know what you need to do. It's in your inner being. Acceptance, as the verse said. How about this? Not that I am referring to being in need, for I have learned to be content with whatever I have. That's Philippians 4 and 11. So being married over 20 years ago. I remember my ex-husband and I, we bought this cute house. It was like a starter house. It was cute though, and he's talented where he could remodel. So we, put new carpet in. He sanded the floors himself. We painted the garage door. We put in all new appliances, put new flooring in. He totally gutted out the bathroom and redid it. It was beautiful. Oh, that man is talented. As much as he got on my nerve as a husband, I would never take away from the gift that he has. And I remember, being so excited about his house. I was 25 at the time. And I'm like, once I get this house, I'm going to be happy. I'm not happy in the marriage, but this house is going to do it. Oh, God, I beg to die. I beg to die. I hated being in that house. I hated being married, and I hated living. And that's so sad. And that shows you, this is why I always preach this material thing. You can have all that stuff and be so miserable inside. I had a new car we paid off early. Had this cute house that we had re-gutted out. I had a decent job. Just miserable. Then I get a divorce. A few years later, I ended up living briefly in this studio apartment. That was a cute studio apartment up north Chicago. And I had 2 cats that I had adopted. They were so sweet. Stan and Sophie, a boy and a girl. So me and my 2 cats, we go to the studio apartment, cute as a button, up north. And I knew where to park hardly on the street, but hey, I worked it out. I stayed there for 6 months. I subleased it. And I was so happy in that apartment. I had so much peace versus the house in a studio apartment. See what I'm saying? Then I ended up moving. After the lease was up, I moved to this apartment by our baseball field here, Wrigley Field. So I was some blocks away, but I would catch some of that Wrigley Field traffic. That's our Cubs, our Chicago Cubs. One of my favorite apartments, huge. This is before rent shot up, so this was in 2004, 2005. And I lived directly across the street from a Catholic church. So every Saturday, mostly, I got to witness the most magical weddings. What a beautiful apartment. So it's accepting those things that you have. Yeah, I had a house, I had this, that, but I wasn't happy. But when you make peace, you could be happy in what they call them now, those little tiny houses. You could be happy in, some people have, 20-room houses, are celebrities or rich people, these mansions, but they're miserable. They don't even go in those rooms, but they have all of this space. So once we accept things as they are and become content, that's where joy and peace comes from. Don't try to go around changing people. You're going to be frustrated. Accept where you live, and if you want a better place, get peace where you live if you can. I enjoyed Vegas. I did. Vegas is a different animal, though. I haven't been since 2015. And going back, it was a little interesting. Now, the hotel I stayed in was more, I think, suited for younger people. But what turned me off so bad was smelling all that cigarette smoke and that marijuana. That did me in. Now, I'm not against marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana, never have. Not my thing. But I don't want to smell that all day, And I know what's up with Vegas. But that turned me off. And I definitely don't like my lungs being filled with cigarette smoke, especially being a 2-time cancer survivor. So I begin to start sneezing a lot. I'm saying all that to say, as much as I liked my vacation, my goal was to go see Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic. They destroyed it, okay? That was one of the best concerts I've ever seen. I've been to a lot of concerts with my mom and back in the day. OJ's, Earth, Wind & Fire over and over, Kool and the Gang, Patti LaBelle, Jill Scott, New Edition, you name it, I've been to a lot of concerts. And this one topped really a lot of them that I've seen. Not really like Earth, you can't top Earth, Wind & Fire. That's not possible. But it ranks up there with a stellar performance. So that was good. But what I'm trying to say is, I like my own house. My own apartment is so peaceful here. I can breathe in clean air. I diffuse my lemongrass. I accept this is where I live, and I'm happy. Um, yeah, accept things. Don't try to change people, and by all means necessary, don't let nobody try to change you. You be firm with what you love and like, and when people try to tell you you should do this and you should do that, you kindly tell them, "Nah, I'm good. I got this," and be at peace with what you have. I hope I'm making some sense as I ramble early this morning. Back to work for me. You all should took another day off. My mind is not about work right now. I just kind of want to reflect on some things and just enjoy my day. But I have to work. Womp womp. Gotta pay for all this dang money I just spent in Vegas. Have a beautiful day. God bless you all. Sending you all light and love. Bye bye.